In this lesson, we'll begin animating the villain's fall. So at this point, the villain will be struck by the blue character's counterattack. So since she's going to get hit on the left side of her face, naturally she's going to twist to her right. So let's make sure our next pose reflects that. We'll go ahead and grab her animation controls. And let's start to translate the villain over to the side, again to reflect the strike. I'll also deselect the planted foot. We won't have her leave that foot just yet. So we'll just go ahead and bring her over, then pull her back. Okay. We could also translate her up just a little bit more. And now we're ready to start posing the twist. And this is all on frame 21. Alright, so starting with the center of gravity, go ahead and start to rotate that back and over and start to twist that. And if you need to, feel free to use your gimbal tool. Simply, again, holding down E in the left mouse button, choosing gimbal, just to keep an eye on the orientation of this object to avoid gimbal lock. So that tool's there if you need it. I'm going to switch back to local. It's a little bit faster to pose that way. And we shouldn't be too concerned with gimbal lock because we've already corrected the rotation order of that object. Alright, so we've animated the COG kind of twisting. So what I like to do is just kind of polish the rest of the body. We can go to the left foot and drop that. Right now I've posed it on frame 22. You could also see that the character set is off. So no problem at all. I'll simply turn on Fem2, the character set. From 22, we can middle click on 21 and press the S key to store the pose and delete the key on 22. Okay, taking a look at the foot, you can see it's offset from its animation control. I don't like to keep the offset there if the foot has risen. It just makes things a lot more difficult and we have to counter key a lot more. So, that being said, we could just go to what's causing the offset, which is our toe pivot control. And on 21, we'll just zero that out. Now we can go back to our foot control and start to rotate that out, keeping in mind the body's twisting, so naturally we need follow through where the foot's rotated in the opposite direction from the twist. Now we'll also want to have that kind of pull back the leg, not too much. Bring that out some more. Let's see here. That was on 22 also. I'll just go ahead and add that to 21. You can see it's very easy to go off frame, but also very easy to correct that. Okay, great. So, what I like to do here to kind of tweak the left foot a bit more is to just kind of pull it back again, thinking about follow through. The COG is being dragged one way, so for follow through, the leg is going to not follow through with the COG, not at the same time. Of course, it's going to drag in the opposite direction. And then the hips, we want to rotate those out because of the position of the legs. So we want to open them up here. Taking a look at the COG, I might add a little bit more twist and kind of rotate the body up some more before going to our other controls, like our back control, for instance. We can go ahead and zero that out, add a little bit of twist here, but then head over to our chest control, again zero that out. And already we're starting to get a really nice pose in the chest, so we'll probably want to just twist that some more. Let's start to fix the arms. So we'll go ahead and take the sword hand. We want to bring that over. There needs to be follow through, of course, so we'll want to rotate the sword in the opposite direction. Kind of bring the arm up, and the elbow we want to be brought down. So already this is starting to look very nice. Now for the shoulder, of course, naturally that's going to follow with the rest of the arm here. So we'll want to rotate that forward. Okay, so this is really coming together. Right now I'm looking at the orientation of the wrist, making sure it's not rotated in a weird way. Okay, so we'll want to kind of rotate that so it kind of flows with the forearm. I'll probably bring this out a bit more, and I'd say that that's pretty good. Of course, we can polish this further, but what we want to do is just kind of throw these poses together. Still keep in mind, of course, how the pose should actually be, but through this blocking pass, we should really throw our ideas together and then kind of go back and polish things further once the idea is down. It's almost like a rough sketch, if you will. So on 21, we'll go ahead and rotate the neck, and the head, of course, we'll need to twist to reflect the strike. So that looks really nice. Just kind of rotating it over and then up. Great. How about her left arm? Well, again, because of follow through, that's going to be extended and pulled back. And then for the wrist, I want that to also kind of rotate back and out. For the shoulder, naturally that's going to be kind of pulled down here because of the arm being extended. We don't want to necessarily lock the arm, just to have it up here locked. That way we can avoid IK popping as much as possible. Great. So here is our pose of the character getting struck. See, that's looking very nice, very artistic. Beautiful. We have a really nice gesture here. So I'll just scrub back and forth to take a look at things. I like to go back to the sword and kind of rotate that back some more for some better follow through there. And I'll make sure that's done in frame 21. Okay, great. All right, so there is our next pose of the character beginning to fall. So in the next lesson, let's say we go ahead and have her leave her feet, and we'll start to animate the spiral just before she hits the floor.